It starts with a chilling statistic. Every year, over 600,000 people are reported missing in the United States. Most are found, but some cases vanish into silence. In the quiet town of Hartsfield, Georgia, one such case has ignited a firestorm of questions, fear, and mystery. What really happened to Adrianna Young? A bright, ambitious 22-year-old woman disappeared without a trace, leaving behind a trail of blood, a broken phone, and a growing list of suspects. Was this the work of someone close to her? A random act of violence? Or part of something even more sinister, like human trafficking? Join me as I dig deep and try to uncover the truth behind what really happened to Adrianna Young. Adrianna Young wasn't your average 22-year-old. She had dreams of becoming a teacher. Her smile lit up rooms, and her empathy made her magnetic to children and animals alike. Born and raised in Hartsfield, Georgia, a place where everybody knows your name, Adrianna was a familiar and trusted figure in her community. She lived with her mother, worked part-time at a local bookstore, and was finishing up her final year of college online. Life seemed to be unfolding perfectly for her. But beneath the surface, Adrianna was dealing with a few hidden struggles. She had recently broken up with her boyfriend, Kyle Matthews, a man whose charm masked a darker side. Friends described their relationship as intense and sometimes even toxic. He had a jealous streak. He checked her phone, showed up uninvited, called incessantly. Though Adrianna never fully opened up about it, Danielle, her best friend, believed she had been planning to get a restraining order. Text messages between the two showed a growing fear. One read, "He keeps texting me from new numbers. He says he's watching me." Another simply said, "If anything happens to me, check Kyle." The morning of October 18th started like any other. Adrianna texted Danielle about grabbing coffee later. She left her house around 9:15 a.m. to drop off a book at the local library. But she never made it. Her car, a dusty blue Honda Civic, was found abandoned just 5 miles from her home, parked at an angle on a rural road. Inside, officers found her phone shattered on the passenger seat. There was no sign of a struggle, but a small pool of blood had dried near the driver's side door. Her wallet and keys were missing. The engine was off. The doors were unlocked. When her mother, Elaine Young, hadn't heard from her daughter by evening, she called the police. At first, officers thought she might have taken off to clear her head. But Elaine insisted Adrianna wasn't like that. She had never left home without checking in. Never. And then came the discovery that shook the entire community. That small pool of blood was confirmed to be Adrianna's. The case quickly turned from missing person to potential foul play. Detectives began to piece together Adrianna's last known movements. Surveillance footage showed her leaving the bookstore around 8:50 a.m., waving goodbye to her coworker. Then she stopped at a nearby gas station to buy a bottle of water. That footage revealed something strange. Adrianna seemed anxious. She glanced over her shoulder repeatedly. Was she being followed? Or was she just feeling on edge? Police questioned Kyle Matthews. He claimed he hadn't seen Adrianna in weeks. But text messages told a different story. Just 3 nights before she vanished, Adrianna had texted Danielle saying, "Kyle showed up at my house again. I'm getting scared." Officers searched Kyle's apartment. They found a knife under his mattress, a notebook full of Adrianna's photos, and a burner phone with several deleted messages. But there was no direct evidence linking him to her disappearance. No fingerprints on the car. No DNA in the blood. He walked free. Investigators dug deeper into Kyle's past. 2 ex-girlfriends came forward with restraining orders and eerily similar stories. One described waking up to Kyle standing over her, silent. Another said he followed her to work for weeks after their breakup. But again, no physical evidence tied him to Adrianna's case. The community was gripped with fear. Social media exploded with theories. Some believed Kyle was guilty. Others whispered about a white van seen near where Adrianna's car was found. One local woman claimed to have seen Adrianna walking along a back road just hours after she went missing. But when police canvassed the area, they found nothing. 2 weeks passed. Then came the break. A hiker stumbled across a torn piece of Adrianna's shirt in the woods 10 miles from where her car had been found. Blood-stained. DNA confirmed. Search teams poured into the woods, combing through thick brush, swamps, and wildlife trails. They found no body. No further clues. Forensic teams analyzed Adrianna's phone, hoping to retrieve deleted data. What they found was alarming. Several messages from unknown numbers, many with area codes linked to known trafficking corridors. One message read, "You don't have to run. We'll find you again." Was Adrianna trying to escape someone? Was she being threatened by a group larger than just one individual? The trafficking theory gained momentum. Nearby counties had reported similar cases. Young women disappearing, their cars abandoned in remote areas, their phones damaged or missing. In one case, a woman who had escaped a trafficking ring claimed she had met a girl matching Adrianna's description at a safe house in Atlanta. Police followed the lead but couldn't confirm it. As the investigation expanded, detectives brought in a behavioral analyst, Dr. Eva Marin. She examined Adrianna's social media, search history, and texts. Her conclusion was chilling. Adrianna was being stalked, possibly by more than one person. She changed her routines. She avoided talking about her fears. She was preparing to flee, but she ran out of time. Then came the most shocking twist. 3 months after Adrianna vanished, a call came into a tip line. A girl matching her description had been spotted at a rest stop in Alabama, disoriented, barefoot, and wearing torn clothes. Surveillance footage confirmed it. The girl was Adrianna. But by the time police arrived, she was gone. That video changed everything. The footage showed Adrianna approaching a trucker, mouthing the words, "Help me," before being yanked away by a man in a black hoodie. The truck driver, horrified, hadn't realized what was happening until it was too late. The man and Adrianna disappeared into a silver SUV, license plates removed. The FBI joined the investigation. They tracked known human trafficking routes and expanded their search across state lines. Undercover agents raided suspected safe houses. Tips poured in. But again, Adrianna vanished like smoke. Adrienne Young, desperate and determined, turned her grief into action. She launched the Find Adrianna campaign, spreading awareness on TikTok, YouTube, and local news stations. A GoFundMe raised thousands for private investigators. Billboards went up across the South. But still, no Adrianna. Months passed. Then nearly a year. Just when hope seemed to be slipping away, a new tip came in. A former trafficking victim, now in protective custody, claimed she knew Adrianna. She called her Addie, described her birthmark, remembered her kindness. According to her, Adrianna had been held in a compound in northern Florida. But after a police raid in that area, the traffickers had fled, taking their captives with them. Elaine later received a postcard. No return address. No signature. It simply read, "I'm alive. Don't stop looking. Hey." Handwriting analysis was inconclusive, but the message renewed hope. A private investigator working the case believes it was authentic. He's tracked Adrianna's trail through encrypted forums, dark web chatter, and reports of auctions in undisclosed locations. Fear gripped the community once more. How far did this go? Was Adrianna being moved through an underground network that preyed on the vulnerable? Why hadn't the authorities been able to shut it down? And most importantly, was she still alive? We may never know the full story of what happened to Adrianna Young. Her case remains officially open. The FBI continues to follow leads. Her mother refuses to give up. And people across the country still share her picture, her story, and the haunting mystery that surrounds her name. This case reveals something deeply unsettling. That in a world of smartphones, security cameras, and social media, a young woman can still disappear, and the system still struggles to bring her home. The blood found by her car, the burned phone, the strange messages, the sighting at the Alabama rest stop, all point to a horrifying reality. Someone, or something, took Adrianna. And someone knows the truth. If you have any information about the disappearance of Adrianna Young, contact your local FBI field office or the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Every tip counts. Every second matters. This has been another gripping story from Crimebot Chronicles, where we dig deeper into the stories that others forget. If this story left you speechless, curious, or disturbed, don't let it end here. Hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think happened to Adrianna Young? Do you believe the trafficking theory? Or is there another truth we've yet to uncover? Subscribe to Crimebot Chronicles for more deep dives into true crime mysteries, unsolved disappearances, and the darkest corners of the human psyche. Stay aware, stay safe, and remember, the truth is out there, waiting to be told.